As we go through the fine print on Finance Bill 24, introduced by the Honorable Finance Minister, let's focus on a small provision which can potentially have far-reaching consequences. This is with regard to taxability in respect of unlisted bonds or debentures. First, let's understand what the provisions are. What is provided is an amendment in section 50AA, as per which there is a notwithstanding provisions with regard to period of holding. So in respect of either a transfer or redemption or maturity of an unlisted bond or debenture, the full value of consideration less the cost of acquisition and the cost of transfer will be treated as income from short-term gains. This is deemed as income from short-term gains. Now this raises very interesting issues with regard to a non-resident investor. A lot of private equity funds would have invested in Indian investee companies in the form of either compulsorily convertible debentures or optionally convertible debentures. Because these are compulsorily or optionally convertible debentures, they get values similar to an equity. If there is a transfer or a redemption under the domestic law, the entire gains will now be treated as short-term capital gains and it will be taxable at full rate. If the recipient is a foreign company, then the amended tax rate of 35% would be applicable. But if the investment is made through a treaty country, then possibly the provisions of the treaty would apply, which could be different from the provisions of the domestic law. So what is now going to become an important area of focus is that we are all aware that treaty provisions are now subject to principal purpose test under the amended MLI provisions. So the entire focus will now shift with regard to whether the treaty eligibility is assured or not assured. If the treaty eligibility is assured, then you could have capital gains tax as per the treaty, as per the applicable provisions. But what it is going to bring into focus is that in case the treaty is denied, then the taxability will be as short-term capital gains and therefore the tax rate significantly goes up. And this will also raise issues with regard to the payer in respect of the position that the payer takes for deduction of withholding tax on the proceeds for transfer, redemption or maturity of such compulsorily convertible or optionally convertible debentures. So this will be something which will now create a little subject for evaluation by the parties concerned.